Hi, every pony. I'm back once again. In case you're wondering, I'm recording these back to back, but in that short time between, I got myself something to drink, and it's a small snack. So if you hear me drinking or eating anything, reading stuff for about 15 minutes at a time, it takes a lot out of you, so please, don't complain very much. Okay, let's get along with the story. This should be part 3, I think. I hope. I really hope I didn't fuck up. Part 3! The three key marketers looked at me with glistening, disappointed eyes, and realized that by some miracle, I hadn't taken things too far. My typical and annoying adult order of off to bed had returned things to normal, and I sighed in relief that it was highly unlikely I'd wake up tomorrow to Rarity being told by Applebloom that I'd been playing with their no-no places. Yep. So, while they had their evening snack and squabbled over which cookies they wanted, I cleaned up the mud in the boutique as best I could, and then took the now sleepy little foals to bed. Their room was across from mine, so as soon as I tucked them into bed with some dire warnings to go straight to sleep, I slunk across the corridor into my own room. As I lay there on my bed waiting for the noise of the straining springs of their bed as they bounced up and down on top of it to stop, I kept my hand from my heart on. I just knew that if I started to beat off, the key to my crusaders would likely as not burst in through the door and disrupt me in the middle of things. And with all the evening's frustration already nearly driving me mad, I knew I wouldn't be able to take it. So I decided to wait until they quietened down before I tried to leave any of the strain. Is that seriously a fucking word? I mean, goddamn, it doesn't seem like one. Please, somebody let me know how you pronounce that if you can. And yes, I just had a cracker. What of it? They're my damn crackers. I actually sounded really stupid right there. Whatever. About an hour later, I finally decided it was safe to beat off, so I started stroking my heart on while running over in my head how little fool's rumps had felt. Taste and scent of a little Applebloom slit. I was getting close to coming when I noticed that the door to my room had slipped open a crack, and I stopped dead, watching as first a little horn and then a curly-maned little head appeared from behind the door. She crept into my room. Sweetie Belle's face was lit up by the light of Princess Luna's moon pouring in from the open window, and I saw how nervous she looked. Like she knew she was doing something wrong, and she didn't want to be caught by the others. "Sweetie?" I whispered, sitting up. What could have gotten into the little unicorn's head? At the sound of my voice, the unicorn foal skittishly took a step backwards towards the corridor, but then she regained her courage and, blinking into my moonlit bedroom, she nodded. Can I sleep with you?" she whispered, her voice barely audible as she took a shy step towards my bed. I had a bad dream. I stared at her dumbly for a few moments, but then I shook myself out of it and replied, sure. I pulled down the bedclothes and patted the mattress next to me. Come on up. She placed her little forehooves on the mattress and lifted herself up onto the bed, and lay there on all fours, looking at me with her pale green eyes. Aw. That's adorable. You don't wet the bed anymore, do you? Fucking... That was the guy. I wanna be the guy. Nuh-uh, she replied, shaking her head. The adorable little foal had thought I was being serious. So you weren't being serious. Are you trying to seduce her, you little bastard? What are scoots? Oh my gosh, 1 second. Better, I had something stuck in my fucking throat. Goddamn. What are Scoots and Applebloom doing? I asked as I brought the quilt over her back so she wouldn't feel the cold fall air. Sleeping, she said. She wouldn't meet my gaze, but blushed and rubbed her little muzzle against my pillow. Are you telling the truth, sweetie? I was smiling in the darkness. Did you really have a bad dream? She shook her head. I just got lonesome, she said. Aw. It's so adorable, I'm going to cry! Okay, maybe not. I lay back down under the bedclothes facing her. Her huge green eyes were lit up by the moonlight, and I saw more than just timidness in them. There was also curiosity, and the excitement of doing something grown up and wrong. Oh my. I'm George Takei, everybody. Okay, maybe not really. But, beside the point. I brought a hand up to her face, and she pulled it away a little at first in surprise, but then she closed her eyes and sighing, rubbing her cheek against it. I stroked her soft coat, caressing with my hand across her muzzle, and up underneath her ear and soft neck. Ponies love being played with behind their ears. Their coat there is super sensitive, and as I stroked her, Sweetie sighed softly. Were you really just lonesome? I asked her suddenly, or did you just miss me? Oh my. Sweetie's eyes remained closed, but she nodded. I ran my fingers up into her curly mane and then to the base of her horn, and I caressed gently. A unicorn's horn isn't just as bare bone. It's covered by velvet, and it's another super sensitive place for them, so my fingers soon elicited a little gasp from the increasingly excited foal. Shh, I said, bringing my face close to hers. I love your voice, sweetie, but if the others hear us, I'll get in a lot of trouble. You understand, right? Sweetie bit her lip and nodded, and I moved forward and kissed her on the cheek as I continued stroking her mane and neck. Her coat was satiny soft against my lips. A pony's coat is so fine and soft that it almost feels as if they don't have any hair at all. That sounds like a bad thing, but okay. Sweetie gasped and giggled at my kiss. She wasn't so nervous anymore, and she was starting to enjoy a little game, so I kissed her eyes as well. That sounds painful! What the fuck, bro? What the fuck? Those huge, adorable, innocent eyes that I found so irresistible. And with chaste little kisses, I made my way to her mouth until my hands cradling her face. I kissed her full on the lips. I had to be careful to avoid that little horn stabbing me in the face in the almost darkness, so I tilted my face as I did so. At first she didn't know what to do, and she just licked against my lips, but I slowly introduced her to real kissing with little licks of my tongue, just light flicks against her own lips. And soon she realized she should try licking my tongue as well. How very French. Suddenly she giggled. Oh, that tickles! Shh! But I can't help it! She whispered in protest. We played the little tongue-licking game for a while, as I ran my hands up and down her back and withers. But then I embraced her and pulled her closer to me. As I did, I parted her lips with my tongue, and they yielded. As soon as I was deep kissing the exquisite little unicorn foal, her exploring teeth and palate with my hungry tongue. Meanwhile, my hands continued to enjoy her smooth back, her chubby little sides, and her well-rounded rump. Her body was so gorgeously soft, but firm to the touch as well. The delectable puppied fat of a child that's soft without being fat and firm without being muscle. I grabbed that adorable rump in both hands and squeezed it, and she snorted and giggled next to my lips. As soon as I broke the kiss, she looked at me and smiled. You sure like my rump? She laughed. It's beautiful, I told her. Every part of you is just so beautiful, Sweetie Belle. I wish I could just eat you up. You know, I remember reading webcomics, like, I fail to see how comments and praise about cuteness somehow relates to bugs and cannibalism. That's a really good point. That doesn't make any sense. It's kind of disturbing, dude. I'm not saying if you eat horse meat that's bad, but she's a unicorn and you're trying to make love to her. Shit, I just spoiled. God damn it. Well, you guys can probably see what's going anyways. What do I care? And I'm just wasting time! God damn it! I smothered her soft little neck with a barrage of kisses, crushing her coat with my lips. As I continued to hold on to her rump, her tail intertwined with my hands, and a caress that only the lover of ponies can enjoy. And soon she was wrapping all four of her feet around my body, rubbing herself against me. I knew she was getting excited. She was moaning deep in her throat, and I could feel it. And I could feel it under my lips as I kissed her. And where the little baby pussy touched my thighs and stomach, a hot smear of her juices was left on my skin. Oh my. I was 2. My cock was rock hard, and with every rub of her soft tummy or puss against it, it was getting harder still. I stopped kissing her and pushed away a little. She looked at me with disappointment in her huge eyes, but I quickly allayed her fears. Don't worry, you're doing everything wonderfully, I told her. It's just that, would you like me to show you some more grown-up stuff? Sweetie nodded. Oh, yes! But you have to promise me not to cry out too loud, okay? I warned her. It'll feel really, really good, but we can't wake the others. I promised I won't. Okay, whatever. Okay then, roll over onto your back, I told her, and she did. I winked at her and then slipped and then slipped down onto the bedclothes, squishing downwards until my face was between her haunches. Straight away, the sound of an excited filly filled my nostrils. I kissed her little belly button first, and she giggled. But as my kisses made their way down towards the puffy little mound that was generating that delicious aroma, her giggles turned into little gasps. And when I started to lick her sticky little slit, she moaned. Oh my. Shh, I hissed, but by now, I was too far gone. I was going to bring this horny little foal off my tongue, and I didn't care if the other Cutie Crusaders, Rarity, or Princess Celestia herself stormed in. There was no way I was going to stop. This guy is just fucking crazy. Although that would be kind of weird if Princess Celestia stormed in. It's just kind of like, oh, what are you doing here, Princess Celestia? I just had to check up on you. But you don't even know who I am. And, god damn it, I'll probably... God friggin' damn it. Where did I leave off? I just fucked up and I'm gonna have to show a new video again. God damn it! Okay, I found it. I slipped my hands under the rump and lifted her up so that her pussy opened up more to my licking. And the smoothness of that tender pink skin and the hardness of the little clit against my tongue was nothing short of amazing. I licked away her juices. With the human woman, it was a taste. With human woman, it was a taste I'd usually just tolerate. But with Sweetie Belle, it was as the most exquisite gourmet treat possible. Her juices were sweet and spicy, and clean and intensely hot. That's apparently, but I don't understand anything. I don't understand anything anymore. What's going on? And the more I licked, the more it appeared like dew along her baby soft lid as her tail swept back and forth against the sheets beneath her rump, like it had a mind of its own. Oh! Ow! Ow! Sweetie was shivering now, and she began to grind her little pussy against my lips in her excitement. I had to push away to get my breath back. It was pretty hot and stuffy under the covers, and I said that little fool was now so full of new and lovely feelings that she wouldn't freak out if she could see what I was doing, so I tore off the covers and gazed up at her. Sweetie's mouth opened up into an O, a surprise, and she stared down at me in fascination as I continued to eat her baby pussy out. Dick goes where? As I leapt up and down her slit, she shook her head in disbelief, but whenever I went back up to lick and mouth her clit, she would close her huge green eyes and arc her back, concentrating on the new intense feelings that were coursing through her body. Oh my. Actually, I have a question. How old are the Cutie Crusaders? I mean, goddamn, whatever. Occasionally, I'd carry my licking down to her little puckered ass and lather with my saliva as well. Whoa, bro. No. I can tolerate some other things, but no. Don't turn into stuff like friggin' Scrooge's Love Pain. God damn that story. And I'm going to be stopping this video kind of early because I'm almost done with the story and I don't want to stop at a really awkward point. I'll see you next time. God damn, this is taking a while. This will probably be 4 videos. And I'm just kind of rambling on at this point. Bye.